So today we are going to be making a sunflower like this. My camera angle isn't very nice. It's like this. It's about the size of your hand. And what we want to do is we start off with this little brown part. And I'll show you in a minute how to do that. Okay, so the little middle part where the seeds are in the sunflower, we're going to make that with the brown. I have mine in cocoa from Charity. Now, I prefer to work when I do this in a size 4 hook. And the way we start is you hold your wool like that in your palm and you twist it around 2 fingers, leaving a little tail. Then you put your hook over your fingers like that. And I like to twist around my pinky. Hold on. I like to twist around my pinky like that so I can have some control, and around my finger. And then I hold the wool in my right hand like this. But I always hold that little tail with these 2 fingers over there with it hooked in my ring finger. And I pull through one, pull through, and then tighten so that that holds it. And then I make 2 single crochets. And for this pattern, we're going to make 12 double crochets in the circle before pulling it closed. So here we go. 1. Now this double crochet that you do counts as your first double crochet. The 2 single crochets that you did to start off do not count at all, and you will actually be closing off in these 2 holes over here. But for now we're just going to go 12 around. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel free to adjust however you see fit, as this is how easy it is for you to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 so far. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I like to pull it so it's a little bit bigger over here so that it's easy to see. And then I want to go back and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that does not include the first 2 single crochets that you started with. Now we're going to take this tail and we're going to pull closed like that, and it doesn't matter if there's a little opening, because after we all finish, this one isn't completely finished, I'm still making all of them. We're going to take this and we're going to sew it in between, tie it, and then sew it till it's gone. Now this part I'm going to cut off once I've done all my sunflowers, and then I'll show you once we're there. Now back to the middle part. This part we're going to pull all the way to the back, because as you'll see it's pulled into the front over here. I don't know if you can see that. Now what we want to do is we want to pull it tight and then hold it to the back. So you hold it with your thumb over the front and your middle finger at the back, and you hold it that way. Now we're going to go through that hoop, pull tight, and we're going to find that first crochet hole, which is right over here. Then we're going to pull through and pull tight. Now we're going to crochet 3, and then we're going to double crochet twice in each hole, in the top of each double crochet. So 1, 2. Now we're going to continue that until we all the way around. We should have 24 stitches at the top after this is finished. Come back to me once you can pause the video here, and once you've finished you can come back and play. So we've just finished our second round of our full double crochets into our first round, and we should have 22. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, which is good. Now, I like to do, instead of going immediately and finishing off, which would be finished off into this one, I like to hold this onto my hook, and then I like to get my second color, which is bright yellow, and I like to go through that and pull it through. 1, 2. Now, instead of just going and starting, I like to tie off. I like to pull this brown one really, really tight, and then I tie it off. And we're then going to work the ends into it. So I'll show you what I mean now. Our ends are at the back, like this, and we start stitching. You pull tight, stitch 3, and we're going to do a puff stitch. If you don't know how to do a puff stitch, I will be doing a video later on. You do a puff stitch into the first one, 2 puff stitches. So that's 2 rounds in a puff stitch, basically. You pull over, and then you go through and pull till it's the same length that you want. Then you go over and pull through twice, and then you close it off. Okay, so we're at the point where we've finished all the puff stitches. Now we need to close off. I like to count 1, 2 of the first double crochets, single crochets, my apologies, and then on the third one you put your hook through, which is right over here. If it's a little trouble, use your finger. Goes through, pull through, and pull tight. Then we single crochet 3 times, and in that space between the single crochets and the first puff stitch is where you're going to make your first incomplete double crochets. So you're going to fold over, pull through 1, and then you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to do that 2 more times till there's 3 incomplete double crochets, and we'll take it from there. Pull through, pull over, pull through, and then you have 3 on your hook. Then fold over, pull through, so you have 4 on your hook, 4 loops on your hook. Then you'll count 1, 2, 3 double crochets and your single crochet loop, and then you go through all 4 and you close off. Now here's where it gets tricky. If you want it to be more tight, then I would suggest excluding this, doing 2 single crochets. If you want it more loose, then excluding this closing crochet, single crochet, you do 3. I will be doing 2 because that's what I've been doing with all of mine. So you single crochet once, twice, fold over, go into the next opening between the first and the second puff stitch, you pull through and pull through 1. One more time, fold over, pull through 1 till you have 3 loops on your hook. You do it one more time, fold over, pull through 1, pull through 4. So you have 4 till you're finished. and you repeat the process until you're done all the way around. I'll see you then. Okay, so you've done all your incomplete half double crochets, and now you're at the end. You're going to, however many you've been doing, I've been doing 2, excluding your closing chain. So you go 1, 2, if you're doing 3, you go 1, 2, 3, and you're not going to put it into these 2 chains. You're going to put it into the first single chain from these ones. So that would be right over there. This would be your closing stitch, this would be your opening stitch. You always close in your opening stitch. You pull through 1, and then instead of pulling through like that, we are going to take this second loop and we're going to pull it through the first, and you're going to pull tight. Then you're going to cut off, leaving a generous amount. And you're going to pull through one more time and pull tight. And then you have it. A sunflower. Isn't it pretty? There you go. Next stage is we're going to be putting all the sunflowers together on the bed, and then we're going to stitch them together with a third color, which is going to be our base color. See you then.